Hello, and welcome to Starting Strong, Basic Training for New Managers, presented today by Elizabeth Mabry. Congratulations! You've been promoted or selected for your first managerial or supervisory role, and that's terrific. We applaud you for your success in your field and for standing out among the crowd as a leader, which is what got you to where you are now. But you've never been in a leadership role before, so a little guidance on how to navigate in your new role is in order. This webinar will assist you with the basics you need to succeed in your new position. The specific managerial subjects we will discuss today are leading and managing, directing, delegating, coaching, mediating, motivating, and team building. When you were made a leader, you weren't given a crown, you were given the responsibility to bring out the best in people. This famous quote by the former CEO of GE is an excellent reminder of what the role of leadership really entails and how to keep your position as a leader in perspective. Jack Welch reminds us that we must lead with authority, not superiority. Leading versus managing. Here are listed some of the differences between leadership and management, but this does not mean the two are mutually exclusive. A good manager is also a good leader, and a good leader is a good manager. Or, as in the case of high-ranking management, they know how to effectively delegate the managerial tasks and watch to make sure they're done correctly. As you can see from the two lists, leadership is about inspiring people and fostering a positive work culture. Managing, on the other hand, is about assuring productivity is high and making sure the unit functions efficiently. Both skills are necessary to be an excellent manager or supervisor. Directing. The three keys to effectively directing your team are: first, you must thoroughly know, understand, and be committed to your company's product or services and share that vision with your staff. Second, you must establish goals and objectives for your team. And third, you have to strategize and plan for successful outcomes. Knowing your company's product or services means knowing the market segment to which you are catering. Who is your customer? What do they need or want? What is your competitive advantage? What are the strengths of your product and/or company? Establishing goals and objectives involves defining your unit's purpose and understanding its role in the overall structure of the organization. Is your unit providing the best product or service possible? Ask yourself why or why not, and then strategize and plan for successful outcomes. What can you do to help your team or unit better perform? Listen to the suggestions, concerns, and frustrations of your team members as you devise ways to help them find solutions. Look for ways to incentivize your team, motivate them, and empower them to be the best, most productive workforce in the organization. Delegating. As a manager, you must delegate tasks to others and do so with confidence. The key to doing this successfully is knowing your staff members and understanding their abilities, strengths, and motives. The best way to gain this knowledge is to get to know each and every team member. Spend time with them, talk to them, ask them their goals, what they like best and least about the job, and how you can help them perform better. Then delegate to your team members accordingly. Before undertaking a task, ask yourself, is this task or project critical for me to accomplish, or can it be delegated to a team member? If so, is there a team member who is sufficiently skilled and capable of successfully accomplishing it? And if so, am I able to effectively explain the project to them and make clear the necessary and desired outcomes? Coaching. Coaching is just exactly what it sounds like. They are the team, you are their coach, and you must consistently get the best performance possible from them. Be sure to be honest with performance appraisals, but always start with the positive aspects first, then segue into the areas that need improvement. Never surprise staff during the performance evaluations with specific behavioral problems that previously occurred but were never brought to their attention at the time that it happened. Doing so will have a very negative impact on morale. Whenever a behavioral or performance problem happens, it must be immediately addressed as soon as you learn of it, or not addressed at all. Provide frequent and regular feedback of each person's performance during the course of their work. Daily feedback is best. It's essential to remember to praise staff publicly for good performance, but only criticize them privately. Be careful not to yell at staff or allow others to overhear you correcting them. Look for individual strengths and encourage the team member to grow in that direction. Try to utilize those strengths to make your unit better and stronger. Have regular pep rallies for your team. Pump them up and praise them. Tell them that you're proud of their accomplishments and highlight group successes. When necessary, examine group weaknesses or failures in a constructive light, giving ample time for everyone to discuss how things may have been done better. Always show compassion to your staff and let them know that you genuinely care about them. This helps them to trust you, and it makes them more committed to you and the unit. And never allow yourself to feel threatened by the successes or achievements of your team members. It's sometimes easy to fear that a star employee will outshine you, but don't fall into that kind of toxic and negative thinking. Remember that successful staff will reflect well on you and inspire the rest of the unit. Always praise successes and offer recognition to high-achieving team members. Mediating. It's inevitable that disputes will arise among your team. Your job is to be diplomatic as you guide the parties to resolution and get the team back to productive work. Be sure to hear out all parties involved, ask questions, and remain objective. Treat everyone with respect as you allow all of them to voice their concerns, even if you disagree with what they are saying. Try to understand each point of view, but remember to stick to facts and not get bogged down in the emotions of others. Seek the common ground for all parties and work from there toward resolution. Even if you trust one party's take on matters more than the others, you have to hear out the other side with an open mind and take all disputes seriously. In the end, you must be both firm and fair in your decisions and stand your ground. However, don't ever be too proud to seek help when needed, and don't allow things to escalate. Be sure to call on HR whenever you're in doubt. Consider them your business partners and consult with them when needed. Motivating. Keeping your team motivated is one of the most important aspects of your new leadership role. Here we have a list of do's and don'ts to help keep your team driven and inspired. Make sure your team is well instructed on what is to be accomplished and be clear about expectations. Always show your appreciation of them, and again, be sure to praise those high performers, yet constructively correct poor performers. Don't ever rule over your people with intimidation. While they might initially produce better results, it will be short-lived and they will quickly resent and/or fear you, and eventually it will work against you. Don't yell or raise your voice. You are a leader, not a drill sergeant. Your team will respect your self-control and even temper. Don't punish the team if goals are not met. Meet with them as their leader to discuss why failure occurred, then build them up to do better next time. And don't micromanage your unit. If you've done your job in leading them, they should be well equipped to do their jobs. Let them do it. And lastly, don't allow the team to burn out. At the first sign of burnout, build them up, provide a positive outlook, get them a little more training, and allow them to voice their concerns and frustrations while you sincerely tell them how much they are appreciated and how vital their role is for the unit. Team building. The objective of team building is to strengthen your team into a solid and cohesive unit. To accomplish this, consider collaborating with your team to devise a mission statement that makes clear what you and all of the team want to be known for within the greater organization. This statement should reflect the mission and values of the company, but it should also inspire the team to feel connected with one another and with the company as a whole, and to view their roles as more than just merely a job, but a place where they take pride in working. Hire the very best people you can get, monitor their performance, and guide them in the development of their roles within the unit. Be sure to consistently reward great work. Don't make the mistake of believing that good work is expected and therefore not in need of praise. People need to know that their work is appreciated. Have fun with the team, but be sure to keep it professional. A potluck luncheon, little games or contests, and even themed days such as a hat day or a team jersey day help to boost morale and make work an enjoyable place to be. Always stay positive. Remember that your team looks to you to lead them, and if you show doubts or negativity, then you send a bad message that weakens the team. And lastly, but perhaps most importantly, control your emotions. Emotional intelligence is the term used to describe a leader's ability to remain calm, objective, and in control of their emotions, no matter what the actions and reactions are of those around them. You need a high level of emotional intelligence in order to effectively lead your team. And a few closing thoughts as you embark on this new season in your career. While this may seem terribly obvious, it's important to start your new role with a very clear understanding of what exactly is expected of you as a manager. And by the same token, make sure that your team knows exactly what's expected of them. Balance. Staying balanced as a leader means that you remain approachable yet professional, compassionate yet firm, humble yet self-assured. Adhere to strong ethical standards, which means going beyond merely avoiding what's wrong. It also means doing what's right even when it's difficult to do so. Be able to admit mistakes and learn from them, and take criticism gracefully. In order to show your team that you're not above them, don't shy away from occasionally jumping in and helping them do some of the work, particularly the more tedious manual labor aspects of any job. They will respect you for it. And be sure to set high standards and lead the team by following those standards yourself. Don't come in late or leave early. Don't help yourself to supplies. Don't borrow from the petty cash. There are lots more examples, but you get the point. Your staff is watching you, and they will follow your lead.